Hello everyone, you're tuned in to Military Reports, and today we're covering developments in Ukraine as of June 6, 2025. A lot has unfolded over the past 24 hours, so let's break it all down. On the night of June 6th, Russia launched the anticipated retaliatory strike. This strike had been talked about for days, most notably by Donald Trump, the US president, who spoke of it almost as if he were personally involved in the operation against Ukraine. Indeed, the Russian military launched a broad wave of attacks involving both drones and missile systems. This is the map published by multiple channels today. It displays the estimated routes of the Russian drones and missiles. In eastern Ukraine, we mainly observe strikes executed with German-class UAVs. In the northern part of Ukraine, we observed a mix of ballistic and cruise missiles likely launched from the Black Sea. Their trajectory took them deep into western Ukraine. Gerans, UAVs, cruise and ballistic missiles all converged on this area. Let's begin by reviewing Ukrainian Air Defense. Official Ukrainian channels shared statistics on their defensive response. According to these reports, Russia launched 407 drones in total. 199 were destroyed, and 169 were suppressed electronically. As for missiles, 39 were launched and 32 intercepted, an 84% success rate. Regarding ballistic missiles, Ukrainian forces claim to have intercepted every single one aimed at Kyiv and the Western territories. The figures are impressive, but many would agree they don't align with what can be verified on the ground. For instance, these early morning videos reveal Ukrainian air defense in action. A Patriot system fires 4 interceptors, attempting to take down incoming Russian threats. However, footage clearly shows an Iskander missile hitting what could be a Patriot system emplacement near Kyiv, almost without resistance. Additional Kyiv footage shows another Iskander impact. This time, the explosion appears from 2 angles and could indicate a secondary detonation. This attack clearly penetrated air defenses, suggesting Ukrainian claims may be optimistic. In contrast, Western Ukraine presents a different scenario altogether. Objective control footage from last night confirms strikes in Ternopil and Lutsk. In Ternopil, video shows what looks like a warehouse or retail store exploding, likely due to stored materials detonating. Footage from Ternopil indicates the attack happened early morning, roughly between 4 and 6 a.m. The impact appears to have caused multiple secondary blasts, suggesting a powerful strike. The footage shows panic and significant damage. Lutsk was hit hard as well. Several videos captured missiles flying into the city with minimal resistance. The first missile lands, followed by a second just seconds later, then a third. Finally, a fourth impact occurs. 4 direct hits with seemingly no interception. Footage indicates Russian cruise missiles may now include new decoy devices, complicating interception. The air defense network in western Ukraine appears absent or inactive during these strikes. Notably, this wasn't just a typical aerial bombardment. For the first time since NATO began scrambling jets from Poland in response to missile strikes, there was no airborne support last night. Polish aircraft remained grounded, possibly due to a growing diplomatic rift between Warsaw and Kyiv. In response, Ukrainian forces launched their own counterstrikes overnight. Reports, though unverified, claim that the Bryansk airfield was attacked. Photos surfaced online suggesting possible helicopter damage, but objective verification is lacking. Additional images emerged from near Engels, where Russia bases its strategic bombers. The pictures are distant and ambiguous, so it's unclear what was actually hit or damaged, but something likely occurred. So we're seeing a night of mutual heavy strikes, serious blows for both sides. Ukraine's air defense faltered, while Russia may have lost critical air assets. Time will tell how the situation continues to evolve. Let's now examine the front line, starting with the Sumy region, specifically around Tetkino and toward the city of Sumy itself. In the Tetkino sector, the situation remains unchanged. Russian troops hold Tetkino and Popovo-Ležachi while surrounded on several sides. Ukrainian assaults failed to alter the status quo. Russia maintains its defense effectively under tough conditions. However, near Sumy, the situation favors Russian forces. Their offensive continues steadily. Though some advances have slowed, progress continues overall. As we discussed yesterday, the area can be split into three operational sectors. The western flank saw Russian troops fulfill their objectives and reach new defensive lines. The central sector reportedly fell fully under Russian control, with Novo-Nikolaevka secured and fresh battles beginning near Vorochino. Today, video evidence surfaced showing Russian movement near Yunakievka on the eastern flank. Ukrainian footage, captured by drones, shows strikes on Russian units advancing from the east. These videos were geolocated to create a red zone map. Still, there's been no change on the ground in Yunakievka. For the third day, maps show static lines, despite earlier rapid changes. It seems the offensive is slowing here. Also released today by Russia's Ministry of Defense was a video of troops raising the Russian flag in Konstantinovka. Although this town was reportedly secured days ago, the newly released footage serves as formal confirmation. As of now, the map remains unchanged. Elsewhere, Russian forces appear to be shifting westward to bypass Sumy via Yastribino. Drones like the Inokodets type are striking Ukrainian equipment there. This maneuver might suggest a flanking strategy through forested areas rather than urban combat. Now to the Kupansk front. In the last 24 hours, drone, bomb and missile attacks targeted Ukrainian supply lines. One video shows an X-38 missile destroying a key crossing in Akrimovka, suggesting a renewed focus on logistical targets. More strikes occurred along the Oskol River crossings near the Kupiansk hub. These are new or recently rebuilt crossings, indicating that Russian forces are preparing for possible escalation. Further north, vital footage emerged from Kondrashevka. A Russian soldier is seen raising both the national flag and a unit emblem. A few days ago, the Russian Defense Ministry declared the village cleared, but many were skeptical. Even pro-Russian analysts hesitated to confirm it. Today's video, geolocated within Kondrashevka, validates those earlier reports. Although some maps still show partial Ukrainian presence in the southwest, the footage confirms at least majority control. The Russians have now formed a sizable staging ground north of Kupiansk. An offensive deeper into the city seems likely soon. The H-26 highway remains especially active, with both artillery and drones targeting Ukrainian assets. Overall, the Russian strategy appears aimed at leveling the front. It's possible commanders intend to push into Kupiansk from the north, targeting residential and industrial zones. While early gains might come quickly, the long-term outcome remains uncertain. It could stall just as easily.